Why do you scroll through social media wishing you had their success, their body, their life, when your own purpose is waiting for you to wake up? Tell me, when was the last time you gave your full focus to yourself? You see, the moment you stop watching others and start building yourself, that's the moment your life begins to change. The truth is, the more you chase others, the further you drift from yourself. The world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. Fully focused, fully alive, fully determined. The day you stop caring about who's ahead of you, that's the day you start sprinting toward your real destiny. Cristiano Ronaldo, he wasn't born the most talented, but he outworked everyone by focusing entirely on himself. While others partied, he trained. While others talked, he acted. That's why he's legendary. Oprah Winfrey, she faced poverty, rejection, and humiliation. Yet she built her empire by improving herself, not proving herself to others. Elon Musk, when people laughed at his dreams, he didn't fight back. He focused. He poured everything into his mission. And now the world follows the man who refused to be distracted. Unfollow people who make you feel less about your life. Wake up every morning with your own plan, not someone else's expectations. Turn comparison into motivation. If they can do it, so can you. Remember, success doesn't come from watching, it comes from doing. When you master yourself, no one else can control you. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why we spend so much of our lives looking sideways? Why do we look at the lives of others, scrolling through their moments, measuring our worth by their achievements? Why do we allow comparison to steal our peace, our gratitude, our focus? There's a quiet tragedy in how easily we lose ourselves trying to live someone else's story. We forget that Allah created each of us with a unique path, a distinct purpose, and a personal journey that cannot be compared to anyone else's. The Prophet taught us that true wealth is not in possessions, not in appearance, not in what people think of us, but in contentment of the heart. Yet we chase validation, we crave attention, and we build our self-worth upon the fragile opinions of others. We forget that Allah is not looking at our followers, our likes, or our image. He is looking at our hearts and our deeds. The moment you start focusing on others, you lose sight of what truly matters, your relationship with Allah and your own progress toward Him. You see, comparison blinds you. It blinds you to your blessings. It blinds you to your potential. It blinds you to the mercy of Allah that is already surrounding you. You start thinking, why is their life so easy? Why do they have what I don't? But if you could see the unseen, the tests, the pain, the sleepless nights behind those smiles, you would stop wishing for anyone else's life. Everyone has their own battle. Everyone carries a weight you cannot see. And Allah, in His perfect wisdom, has written for you a story that fits your soul, precisely, purposefully, perfectly. When you focus on yourself, you reclaim your peace. You stop measuring your pace against others. You stop living for applause. You begin to grow in silence, in sincerity, in strength. The believer's success is not defined by being better than others, but by being better than who he was yesterday. Allah does not ask you to outshine anyone. He asks you to remain steadfast, grateful, and sincere, even when no one sees your effort. Look at the examples around us. Yusuf was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a well, sold as a slave, and imprisoned. Yet he remained focused on his integrity, his faith, and his trust in Allah. He didn't compete with his brothers. He didn't seek revenge. He grew through patience, through purity, and through his connection to Allah. And in the end, Allah raised him to honor. That's what happens when you focus on yourself. Allah lifts you in ways you could never lift yourself. Think of people today who rise above comparison. The ones who inspire you most aren't the ones who show off. They're the ones who quietly persevere. They mind their own hearts. They work hard, they stay humble, and they trust Allah with the results. You'll never see them chasing approval because they already know who they're trying to please. When you focus on yourself, you begin to understand that your life is not a competition, it's a trust. Every breath, every opportunity, every hardship is part of your test. Don't waste it watching others. The time you spend envying someone else could be the time you spend improving your salah, building your character, or helping someone in need. That's where real fulfillment lies, not in being noticed, but in being sincere. So focus on yourself, not out of selfishness, but out of sincerity. Focus on your heart, your prayers, your effort, your connection with Allah. Stop chasing shadows. Stop comparing your chapter to someone else's book. Allah knows your journey, and He's not judging you by how far others have gone, only by how faithful you remain to your path. Because when you finally turn inward and strive sincerely for Allah's sake, you'll realize that peace was never out there. It was always waiting within you. Comparison is one of the most silent destroyers of peace. It doesn't shout, it doesn't announce itself. It quietly creeps into your heart, and before you know it, you've lost your sense of gratitude. You stop seeing what Allah has blessed you with because your eyes are always fixed on what someone else has. You start to measure your worth by someone else's achievements. You begin to question why they are ahead and you are behind, why their life seems so perfect and yours feels so ordinary. But comparison is a lie, a whisper from Shaitan designed to make you forget the mercy of Allah that is already surrounding you. When you compare yourself to others, you're no longer walking your own path. You're walking someone else's. You lose focus on your own purpose because your mind is consumed by what others are doing. But remember, Allah has written a story for you, a story that no one else can live. Every delay, every struggle, every step of your journey has a purpose. Yet, when you let comparison take over, you begin to resent your own path. You start thinking that Allah has given more to others and less to you. But what if what you have is exactly what you need to reach your destination? What if what you call less is actually your mercy, your protection, your guidance? The Prophet said, "Look to those below you and do not look to those above you, for this will help you not to belittle the blessings of Allah upon you." These words carry a wisdom that could save us from so much unhappiness. When you constantly look up, you feel small. You begin to believe that your blessings aren't enough. But when you look down, when you see how many people would give anything for the life you already have, gratitude fills your heart. You realize that contentment doesn't come from getting more, it comes from appreciating what you already have. Comparison also blinds you to your individuality. You were never meant to be like anyone else. You were designed differently, with your own gifts, your own timing, your own challenges. Allah didn't make a mistake with you. Every strength you have and every weakness you carry was crafted with divine precision. The problem begins when you try to fit into someone else's mold. You lose your voice, your purpose, your authenticity. You start running a race that was never yours to run. But true peace begins the moment you stop competing and start connecting with yourself, with your Creator, with your unique mission in life. And then there's the second truth: everyone has their own timeline. We live in a world that celebrates speed, early success, fast fame, instant results. But Allah doesn't rush your destiny. What's meant for you will come exactly when you are ready to receive it. You might look around and see others succeeding before you, and it can feel painful. You might ask, why them and not me? But maybe Allah is still preparing your heart. Maybe He's protecting you from the kind of success that would destroy your peace. Sometimes what looks like a delay is actually divine timing. Allah's way of saying, be patient, I'm still writing your story. Think of how long it took for the Prophet to receive his mission. 40 years of life before revelation came. 40 years of preparation, of struggle, of patience, of learning, of becoming the man who could carry the weight of a message that would change the world. If even the Prophet of Allah had to wait, then who are we to think our time should come sooner? Every soul has its own clock. Some people bloom early, others bloom late. But the beauty of the flower is not in when it blooms, it's that it blooms at all. So don't let impatience make you doubt Allah's wisdom. Your time will come, not when the world says it should, but when Allah knows it's best. Stop comparing timelines. Stop rushing the plan. Focus on becoming the kind of person who will be ready when the doors open. Because the one who trusts Allah's timing never arrives late. He arrives exactly when He's meant to. Focus builds strength. It's as simple and as powerful as that. When you learn to direct your attention toward your own growth, something deep inside you begins to change. You stop scattering your energy across 100 meaningless comparisons. and you start channeling it into something that actually matters. Right, you. The truth is, your mind becomes what it constantly focuses on. If you spend your days looking at what others are doing, your heart fills with envy, anxiety, and restlessness. But when you turn that same energy inward, when you decide that your biggest project in life will be yourself, that's when strength begins to form, quietly, consistently, and unshackably. In a world that thrives on distraction, focus has become a rare form of worship. Every time you choose to stay committed to your goals, every time you decide to improve your habits, every time you pull yourself away from negativity and comparison, you are practicing a form of discipline that pleases Allah. Because self-control, perseverance, and sincerity are all acts of faith. Focus is not just about worldly success, it's about spiritual maturity. It's learning to say, "Why Allah, I trust your plan. I won't be distracted by what others have. I'll stay loyal to my purpose." When you invest your energy in your own growth, you begin to notice how much peace it brings. You wake up with direction, you sleep with contentment. Your days stop feeling wasted because you know you're moving closer to who Allah wants you to become. Growth is never instant. It takes time, patience, and persistence. But the more you focus, the stronger your roots grow. And when your roots are strong, no storm, no opinion, no comparison, no setback can uproot you. Look at any person who has achieved something meaningful. They all have one thing in common: focus. They learn to shut out noise. They learn to stop explaining themselves to everyone. They learn that not everyone will understand their journey, and that's okay. Their energy went into building, not proving. And that's exactly what we need today. Believers who are not distracted by the world's illusions, but deeply focused on becoming their best selves for the sake of Allah. Then comes the fourth truth, the realization that social media is a highlight reel, not reality. One of the biggest sources of distraction and insecurity in our time is what we see online. We scroll through carefully chosen pictures, filtered smiles, and perfect moments, and we begin to think everyone else is living better than us. We forget that behind every perfect post, there are struggles we don't see. Behind every smile, there's a story we don't know. And behind every success, there's a sacrifice that was never posted. Social media has made it easy to live for attention instead of authenticity. We start performing instead of living. We start comparing instead of reflecting. We measure our worth by likes and followers, forgetting that the only approval that truly matters is Allah's. But when you remind yourself that most of what you see online is just the surface, you stop letting it define your value. You start seeing through the illusion. You realize that peace doesn't come from being seen. It comes from being sincere. If you could step away from the screen for just a moment and look around, you'd see that real life happens in the quiet moments, in your prayer, your family, your effort, your small daily victories that no one applauds but Allah sees. That's where true contentment lives. Social media shows success, but it rarely shows sincerity. It celebrates outcomes, not effort. But Allah rewards the effort, the patience, the hidden struggle that no one ever sees. So don't let someone's edited version of their life make you doubt the beauty of your own. Focus on what's real, your connection with Allah, your character, your growth. If your heart is sincere, your path is blessed. Even if it looks slow, even if no one claps for you. Because in the end, the likes fade, the views fade, the fame fades. But what remains is who you became through it all. And the one who focused on truth, not illusion, will always find peace. Because he was never chasing the world, he was walking toward Allah. Your only competition is the person in the mirror. That's the truth we forget every time we start comparing ourselves to others. Life isn't a race against anyone else, it's a test between you and your potential. Every morning when you wake up, the person you're meant to overcome is the version of yourself from yesterday. That's it. No one else. Because the moment you start competing with others, you lose the beauty of personal growth. You start measuring your progress with someone else's ruler, and that ruler was never made for you. The Prophet said, "The strong believer is better and more beloved to Allah than the weak believer, while there is good in both." Strength here isn't just physical, it's spiritual, mental, emotional. It's about resilience, focus, and commitment. Strength comes from self-mastery. When you learn to control your thoughts, your reactions, and your emotions, you become unstoppable. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, because your competition is your own weakness, your own laziness, your own excuses. Every day that you wake up and push yourself a little more, you win. Every time you choose patience over anger, gratitude over envy, humility over pride, you win. Allah sees those victories even if no one else does. Improvement doesn't always make noise. Sometimes it's silent. Sometimes it's just choosing to pray when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it's holding your tongue when you could have spoken out of ego. These small inner battles, fought consistently, make you stronger than you realize. We live in a time where everyone is trying to outshine each other to appear better, richer, more successful. But what if instead of trying to shine brighter than others, you just tried to shine truer to yourself? You see, Allah doesn't ask you to be the best in the world. He asks you to be the best version of yourself in His eyes. And that's a competition you can win every single day by improving, repenting, striving, learning, and growing. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be persistent. Think about how freeing it feels when you stop comparing your progress to others. Suddenly, the pressure lifts. You start enjoying your journey again. You start recognizing that growth is not about speed, it's about direction. Even one small step toward Allah is greater than 1,000 steps taken to impress the world. And when your heart becomes focused on self-improvement, the noise of others fades away. That's when real peace begins. And that leads to the final truth. Peace comes from within, not from validation. How many times have we felt broken simply because someone didn't notice us, didn't appreciate us, didn't give us the recognition we thought we deserved? We let people's opinions define our worth, forgetting that the only one who truly knows our value is the one who created us. The heart will never find rest in people's approval, because people's approval keeps changing. But Allah's acceptance, that's eternal. When your focus shifts inward, when your effort becomes about pleasing Allah instead of pleasing people, life becomes lighter. You stop chasing validation and you start chasing sincerity. You realize that your worth doesn't depend on what you have, what you wear, or how many people praise you. It depends on your taqwa, your purity, your intention. The more you seek Allah's pleasure, the less you need the world's applause. There's a kind of peace that comes only when you know you're doing your best for Allah's sake. Even if no one thanks you, even if no one sees your effort, even if you're misunderstood. Because you know that Allah never misses a single moment of sincerity. The world may forget your good deeds, but He records every one of them. That's why the most peaceful hearts belong to those who live quietly, sincerely, and purposefully. So stop trying to be noticed. Stop craving to be validated. Start nurturing your soul. Focus on becoming the person Allah destined you to be, not the person the world expects you to be. Because true peace doesn't come from having everything. It comes from trusting that Allah is enough. And when your heart finally understands that, you'll realize something powerful. That the peace you've been searching for was never out there, in people or things or praise. It was always within you, waiting for you to stop chasing the world and start returning to Allah. Your life is too short to live as a shadow of someone else. Every moment you spend comparing, competing, or worrying about what others think of you is a moment stolen from your own growth. Allah didn't create you to be a copy. He created you to be you, unique, purposeful, and capable of things no one else on this earth can do. When you truly understand that, your whole perspective begins to change. You stop asking, why don't I have what they have? And you start asking, what does Allah want me to do with what I've been given? That shift from envy to purpose, from comparison to gratitude, that's where transformation begins. The truth is, no one else is living your story. No one else carries your exact set of experiences, your exact mix of pain and blessings. Every hardship you faced, every disappointment, every delay has shaped you into who you are right now. Allah has been preparing you quietly, molding your heart, teaching you patience, showing you lessons that others might never understand. And one day, when you finally see the wisdom behind those moments, you'll realize that nothing was random. nothing was wasted. Every single event was part of Allah's plan to bring you closer to Him. That's why you can't afford to waste your time looking sideways. You can't move forward while your eyes are fixed on someone else's path. You have to turn inward, not out of arrogance, but out of awareness. Because the real battle of life isn't fought out there with other people, it's fought inside your heart. It's the battle between gratitude and jealousy, between patience and haste, between sincerity and showing off. The one who wins these inner battles doesn't just find success, he finds peace. The world around you will always try to pull your attention away. It will tell you that you're behind, that you're not enough, that you have to keep proving yourself. But remember, the same world that praises you today can forget you tomorrow. People's opinions are as temporary as the wind. What truly matters is how Allah sees you. Are you sincere? Are you striving? Are you grateful? Because if the answer to those questions is yes, then you're already succeeding, even if no one else notices. Peace doesn't come from applause. It doesn't come from reaching the top or being admired. It comes from knowing that you are walking the path Allah chose for you, with honesty and trust in your heart. When you learn to silence the noise of the world and focus on that path, you'll feel something you've been missing for so long: calmness. You'll no longer be moved by other people's success or shaken by their opinions. You'll be steady, grounded, content, because your compass is set on something eternal. And maybe that's what you need to hear today, that it's okay if your progress is slow. It's okay if no one claps. It's okay if you're still learning. Allah is watching every small step you take. He sees your effort when no one else does. He hears your prayers when no one else knows what's in your heart. And He promises that no good deed, no sincere effort ever goes unnoticed by Him. Indeed, Allah does not allow the reward of those who do good to be lost. Ashura at Taba 9:120. So keep going, keep building quietly, keep growing faithfully. You don't need to shout your success, you just need to live it. One day, the same people who doubted you will wonder how you did it. And you'll smile because you'll know that you didn't do it for them. You did it for Allah. You did it for peace. You did it because you finally realized that focusing on yourself isn't selfish. It's sacred. It's the only way to become who you were meant to be. So stop watching, stop comparing, stop doubting. Step into your lane and give it everything you have. Fix your gaze on your purpose, your mission, your faith. Because when your eyes are fixed on your own journey and your heart is anchored in Allah, no one and nothing can stop you. And when you finally reach the destination He's written for you, you'll look back and understand every moment of silence, every moment of patience, every moment of focus was worth it, because it led you home, back to yourself, and back to Him.